Hi, I'm John. Today I will tell you about the demons of King Solomon. The demons' names, given below, are taken from the Ars Goetia, which differs in terms of number and ranking from the Pseudomonarchia Daemonum of Johann Weyer. As a result of multiple translations, there are multiple spellings for some of the names, which are given in the articles concerning them. Marax. In demonology, Marax is a demon, great herald, and president of hell, having 32, according to other authors, legions of demons under his command. He teaches astronomy and all other liberal sciences, and gives good and wise familiars that know the virtues of all herbs and precious stones. This profile of the demon can be seen in Pseudomonarchia Daemonum, Johann Weyer, 1577, as well as in Goetia, S.L. MacGregor Mathers, 1904. He is depicted as a man with the head of a bull. It has been proposed that Marax is related to the Minotaur which Dante places in Hell, Inferno, Canto 12. See Fred Giddings, Dictionary of Demons, 1988. His name seems to come from Latin marax, that delays, that stops. Other spellings, for AII, Marax, Farax. Ipos. In demonology, Ipos is a neural and powerful prince of hell, a duke to some authors, who has 36 legions of demons under his command. He knows and can reveal all things, past, present and future, only the future to some authors, and past and future to others. He can make men witty and valiant. He is commonly depicted with the body of an angel with the head of a lion, the tail of a hare, and the feet of a goose, less frequently in the same shape but with the body of a lion, and rarely as a vulture. Other spellings, Aperos, Ipes. The is a strong duke, appearing in body of a handsome man but with 3 heads, first one of a snake, second one of a man with 2 stars on the forehead and the third one of cat. He rides a snake and carries fire which destroys everything. He reveals private secrets and gives knavery. Ani, a strong duke, who appears with the body of a handsome man and 3 heads, the first like a serpent, the second like a man with 2 stars on the forehead, and the third like a cat. He rides on a viper, and carries a blazing firebrand with which he spreads destruction. He imparts much cunning, and gives true answers concerning private matters. Source: religious sources. Naberius. The demon Naberius was first mentioned by Johann Weyer in 1583. He is supposedly the most valiant Marquis of Hell, and has 19 legions of demons under his command. He makes men cunning in all arts and sciences, according to most authors, but especially in rhetoric, speaking with a hoarse voice. He also is towards lost dignities and honors, although to Johann Weyer he procures the loss of them. Naberius appears as a 3-headed dog or a raven. He has a raucous voice but presents himself as eloquent and amiable. He teaches the art of gracious living. He has also been depicted as a crow or a black crane. Concerning his name, it is unclear if there is an association with the Greek Cerberus. It is said that in 1583, Johann Weyer considers both of them to be the same demon. He claimed, Naberius, alias Cerberus, is a valiant Marquess, showing himself in the form of a crow. When he speaketh with a hoarse voice, he maketh a man amiable and cunning in all arts, and specially in rhetoric. He procureth the loss of prelacies and dignities, 19 legions hear, and obey him. Other spellings, Cerberus, Cerber, Naberius, Glaziolimbalas. In demonology, Glaziolimbalas is a mighty president, and earl to other authors, of hell who commands 36 legions of demons. He is the author and captain of manslaughter and bloodshed, tells all things past and to come, knows all sciences, gains the minds and love of friends and foes, causing love among them if desired, incites homicides and can make a man invisible. He is depicted as a dog with the wings of a griffin. Other spellings: Cacrinolus, Casimilus, Glacialabulus, Glasalabulus, Glaciolabulus, Bune. In demonology, Bune is a great duke of hell, mighty and strong, who has 30 legions of demons under his command. He changes the place of the dead and makes them demons that are under his power to gather together upon those sepulchres. Bune makes man eloquent and wise, and gives true answers to their demands and also richness. He speaks with a comely high voice. Bune is depicted as a three-headed dragon, being his heads like those of a dog, a griffin, and a man, although according to some grimoires he has two heads like a dragon and the third like a man. Ronov. In demonology, Ronov is a marquis and great earl of hell, commanding 20 legions of demons. He teaches art, rhetoric, languages, and gives good and loyal servants and the favor of friends and false. He is depicted as a monster holding a staff, without detailing his appearance. He is also described as taker of old souls, often coming to earth to harvest souls of decrepit humans and animals near death. Other spellings: Ron, Ronov, Ron. Baalberith. Baalberith, Lord of the Covenant, and Elberith, God of the Covenant, are two gods, or one god, worshipped in Shechem, in ancient Israel. Berith probably appears also in Ugaritic texts, 2nd millennium BCE, as BRT, in connection with Baal, and perhaps as Bereth in St. Juniathon's work. In the Bible, Judges is the only biblical book that mentions Baalberith and Elberith. It is not clear whether they are separate forms of the gods Baal and El or are actually one god. Scholars suppose that here they may have been worshipped for connections to fertility and vegetation, based on another passage in Judges. Also unclear is what covenant or covenants are referred to by the name Berith. Elsewhere, some of the Shechemites are called men of Hammer. This is compared to sons of Hammer, which in the ancient Middle East referred to people who had entered into a covenant sealed by the sacrifice of a hammer, an ass. Children or sons of Hammer itself appears in Genesis and Joshua, in both of which, as in Judges, Hammer is called the father of Shechem. Genesis also features a man named Hammer who ruled in the area of Shechem and had a son named Shechem. Rabbinic tradition equates Baalberith with Beelzebub, the god of Philistine Ekron. St. Juniathon's account. In his Suameristic account of the Phoenician deities, St. Juniathon says that a certain Elian, called also the Most High, and a female named Bereth dwelt in the neighborhood of Byblos, on the coast of present-day Lebanon. They had two children, a male called Epigeus/Autochthon/Sky and a daughter called Earth. Because of the latter pair's beauty, the sky and the earth, respectively, were named after them. According to St. Juniathon, it is from sky and earth that El and various other deities are born, though ancient texts refer to El as creator of heaven and earth. A relationship with Hebrew Brit, covenant, or with the city of Beirut have both been suggested for Bereth. The Hittite theogony knows of a primal god named Elalu who fathered sky, and possibly earth, and who was overthrown by his son Sky, who was in turn overthrown by his, Sky's, son Kumarbi. A similar tradition seems to be at the basis of St. Juniathon's account. Rabbinic literature. The idol Baalberith, which the Jews worshipped after the death of Gideon, was identical, according to the rabbis, with Baal-zebub, the lord of Phys, the god of Ekron, 2 Kings I. 2. He was worshipped in the shape of a fly, and Jewish tradition states that so addicted were the Jews to his cult that they would carry an image of him in their pockets, producing it, and kissing it from time to time. Baal-zebub is called Baal-berith because such Jews might be said to make a covenant, Hebrew, berith, of devotion with the idol, being unwilling to part with it for a single moment. Shab. 83b, Comp. Also Sep. 63b. According to another conception, Baal-berith was an obscene article of idolatrous worship, possibly a simulacrum priopi, here. Shab. 9. 11d, Ab. Zara 3. 43a. This is evidently based on the later significance of the word berith, meaning circumcision. Christianity. According to the admirable history written by Father Sebastian Michaelis in 1612, Baal-berith once possessed a nun in Aix-en-Provence. In the process of the exorcism, Baal-berith volunteered not only his own name and the names of all the other demons possessing her, but the names of the saints who would be most effective in opposing them. Astroth. Astroth, also Ashtaroth, Astrate and Astaroth, in demonology, is the great Duke of Hell. In the first hierarchy with Beelzebub and Lucifer, he is part of the evil trinity. He is a male figure most likely named after the Mesopotamian goddess Ishtar. Background. The name Astroth was ultimately derived from that of 2nd millennium BCE Phoenician goddess Astarte, an equivalent of the Babylonian Ishtar, and the earliest Sumerian Inanna. She is mentioned in the Hebrew Bible in the forms Ashtaroth, singular, and Ashtaroth, plural, in reference to multiple statues of her. This latter form was directly transliterated in the early Greek and Latin versions of the Bible, where it was less apparent that it had been a plural feminine in Hebrew. The pseudepigraphal Word Testament of Solomon, attributed to King Solomon of Israel, but thought to date to the early centuries CE, mentions Astaroth, in Greek, as an angel, who was opposed to the demon of power. Cf. 1 Kings 11-4-5. Appearances in literature. The name Astroth as a male demon is first known from the Book of Abimelech, reportedly written in Hebrew ca. 1458, and recurred in most occult grimoires of the following centuries. Astroth also features as an archdemon associated with the Qliphoth, adverse forces, according to later Kabbalistic texts. Dutch demonologist Johann Weyer also described Astroth in his Pseudomonarchia Daemonum, 1577, thus, Astroth is a great and a strong duke, coming forth in the shape of a foul angel, sitting upon an infernal dragon, and carrying on his right hand a viper, who also claimed to rule 40 legions, and had to be approached by the conjurer with the magical ring on account of his stinking breath. He is similarly referred to in the 17th century work The Lesser Key of Solomon. According to some demonologists of the 16th century, August is the month during which this demon's attacks against man are stronger. According to Sebastian Michaelis, he is a demon of the first hierarchy, who seduces by means of laziness, self-doubt, and rationalized philosophies. His adversary is Saint Bartholomew, who can protect against him for he has resisted Astroth's temptations. To others, he teaches mathematical sciences and handicrafts, can make men invisible and lead them to hidden treasures, and answers every question formulated to him. He was also said to give to mortal beings the power over serpents. According to Francis Barrett, circa 1801, Astroth is the prince of accusers and inquisitors. In art, in the Dictionary Infernal, 1818, Astroth is depicted as a nude man with feathered wings, wearing a crown, holding a serpent in one hand, and riding a beast with dragon-like wings and a serpent-like tail. Phornius. In demonology, Phornius is a great marquis of hell, and has 29 legions of demons under his rule. He teaches rhetoric and languages, gives men a good name, and makes them beloved by their friends and false. He is depicted as a great sea monster. He causes man to have a good name and to have the knowledge and understanding of tongues. He makes one beloved by his foes as well as of his friends. He is partly of the Order of Thrones, and partly of that of angels. His name seems to come from Latin fornis, oven. He can take many different forms but mainly prefers his human form. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel.